Good evening. This is the third session or second week of the month. Uh, since we started a little bit late in the second week of the month. This is the second session for our class, but the third session for the whole month. Okay, so we'll begin with our lesson for today, and for those who missed for today, you can review it from here. But we have to discuss from the lesson. So we already discussed about lesson 1 and 2 last week, and we have to cover lesson 3 and 4, right? Dealing with debt and reducing your spending. Okay, last week we talked about where your money goes, how you spend your money. That is the lesson that we learned last week. So we will continuously talk about dealing with your debt, right? Like some some of you might have, or all of us might have, student loan or car loans or even mortgage, right? I think for David, you don't have to worry about mortgage in Dubai.
Yeah.
And car loan, I don't know, you might have car loans.
I don't have it.
You don't have it. So
Yeah.
that's you debt free, right? You
Yeah.
don't have
Yeah.
any debt at all. That's good
Yeah.
thing for you. But for us who are in America and Australia, we are dealing with debt most of the time, right? Okay. How many of you bought a house? Peter, in Australia, you already bought your house, right? Yeah, I think so.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
yeah. Yang Tong, you bought your house already, or is you still rent your house? Yao Tong, do you rent or do you
Bought a
own?
house.
You bought a house? Okay. That means you already have a debt. At least 200 or 250, 300,000 step. And do you have car loan?
Yes.
Yes. That means you are more than 200,000 or 300,000
Yeah.
debt. So we have to deal with debt this evening. How about Parliament? Have you bought a house?
Yeah, we just bought it last month.
Okay. So with what interest? The interest rate. What is your interest rate?
Um, it's 6.7.
Wow, 6.7.
Wow.
It's huge. It's huge.
唔炸啲會標你咪標啲會盡量咯。
Oh, okay. Right.
6%.
6%.
Good
Wow.
credit.
Mm.
You good credit.
How about Yao Tang?
Um.
What's your interest rate?
This I bought this house 2017.
Okay.
3.7. Yeah,
Wow.
3.7.
Feels good. Feels good. That
Yeah.
right. Yeah. When I bought my house, it was 3 point something, 3.3 or something like that. And
Oh.
I did refinance back in 2021, and I have 2.99 right now. So compared to our current interest rate, it's very good. It's very good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't have
Right now they say average is 6.5, and they
six.
told me
Yeah.
that I have
Yeah.
a good deal.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
told me that I have a good deal.
Oh,
More.
really?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Some
Right.
people get
What?
8.0,
Yeah.
so they told me I have a good one.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
You have good credit. Yeah. That's why.
yeah. I don't know for Austria. Austria, the interest rate right now in Austria. Okay, so that is all about chapter 3. And how will you reducing your spending is chapter 4. And we will cover it chapter 3 and chapter 4. And we'll enjoy a lesson for today, I think. Okay, so let's go to chapter 3. So chapter 3 summary, dealing with debt. Dealing with debt, in this chapter, the focus is on managing and overcoming customer debt. It discusses strategies for using saving to pay up debt, alternative for those without savings, the implication of filing for bankruptcy, and method to halt spending to avoid further debt accumulation. So using saving to reduce debt, holistic views of finances, recognizing saving can be used to pay up high interest debt. Prioritize high interest loan first. Consider the interest rate on debt versus potential investment return. Maintain an emergency fund even while paying up debt. Discovering money to pay down debt. Explore various sources for fund like cash values from life insurance policies, non-retirement investment, home equity, or loan from family and friends. Decreasing debt without saving. Reduce spending and increase income. Apply for lower interest credit card or negotiate with current creditors to reduce rate. Stop accumulating new charges on existing credit card. So how many of you have credit card? I believe everybody has it, right? Everyone has it. So how many
I
credit
don't
card
have it.
do you have? You don't have it.
I don't have it. No.
Yeah, that's the beauty of being not being in the United States or Australia, right? So you only have debit card and that's your money, right? Whatever you have it, everything.
Yeah, now zero
Mhm.
balance.
Yeah, no, yeah, but if you have zero balance, that's the problem. That's the problem. You you have you have no alternative to survive. You need to have saving money in your account all the
Yeah. That
time, right?
exactly. Yes. That's correct.
Yeah. So, Philemons, how many credit card do you have?
Um, 2,
Two? Okay.
not 3.
Probably increasing, right? More credit card. Okay. How about Yao Tang?
Yeah, I have four
Four?
people and Sam Cloud, Palmetto, and Wells Fargo.
Oh, one Faku. Okay.
Mhm.
Mm, yeah. I don't know for Austria. Peter, how many credit card do you have? Credit card.
Hey, I追cut.
I think the signal's not good. Oh, you don't use it. Wow, that's good for you. That's very good. That's very good for you. Yeah. Okay. So if you don't have credit card in Austria, that's very good. You are very rich. I think the signal not very good. Okay, good. So decreasing debt without saving, like here, stop accumulating new charges on existing credit card. Understanding credit card term, so that's important. Be cautious of promotional interest rate that may rise after the short period. Cancel unused credit card to limit the temptation while recognizing the potential impact on credit score. So that is one thing that we need to understand. If you cancel unused credit card, it will impact your credit score. That's the problem. We have to understand that. Instead of canceling, better not use it. That's the better way to do that. After you use your credit card, if you can't cancel it, then because it will harm your credit score. Your credit score in the United States, I don't know for Australia, but for the United States, it's very important. Whatever things you are going to buy, like a car, get additional loan, or even buying cars, you need to have a good credit score. The main reason is your credit card will help you to build your credit score. Your debit may not be able to help you for your credit score. So your debit card, you can buy it, you can solve it, everything, but it may not really help to build a good credit score. When you use credit card, this will help you to build your credit score because that credit card, the loan that you have, like credit card that you have, is connected to manage how you well maintain your loan, right? If you can manage is your loan well, mean you will be able to get uh, more loans, like buying car, buying house. It will really help you. So adopting debit card. In Okay, so let's look at it. This thing, right? And then the next step is why Boki is must have. Okay, so right, install this kind of audio can help you get your like uh, free lesson from this book. Okay, so lesson 3 is all about debt, dealing with your debt, right? Um, in order to deal with your debt, I do have small student loan. When I was studying in my bachelor, kind of, my bachelor's, I had some student loan, but not a big amount of money, about 5 to 6 thousand, and I still keep it, not paying help yet, still keep it. And when I study for my master's, I get additional student loan, and it add up, but it's about 6,000 until now. And when I completely graduated for my doctoral, it's time to pay back of my student loan. And this my student loan interests are very low, and you don't have to pay a lot of money at once. But it you can pay it in 30 years time. You can pay it in 15 years time or 5 years time, whatever term that you choose to pay it back. That is student loan to deal with your debt. And another thing is a car. Car usually lasts for 5 or 6 years, or sometimes I think 6 years is the most, right? If you bought a car, right? Oftentimes it took 6 years to pay it off, and I already paid it off 2 cars, and then one was already been total loss. I lose it, and one was still using it, and I got another 2 car again with a loan. One is a zero APR, and I don't have to pay interest at all. And another ones I have to pay for a kind of 6 point or something like that. And one commercial van, 15-seater. I bought it for business purposes, and it was with 9 point 9 point interest, very high, and I still have to deal with those kind of debt. Um, but that's how you manage it. That's how you manage your financial. And then I do have a house, 250. When I bought it, 250K. When I bought it, now I almost paid off 100 and 150 left, right? For the past 10 years. So the way I pay for my housing, my loan, my mortgage is that I have to pay regular kind of mortgage payment, monthly payment, and I do have additional $200 to pay down of my capital. So when I paid for my capital, that means it will reduce my debt, and the interest is also lower down, and my capital is also lower down. For over a time, over a period of time, if I keep on paying like this, at the end, I will pay very minimal for my payments. So I paid it for about 10 years now. I bought it 2016. It's 10 years this year. So I only have 20 years to pay. But some reduce it into cut it up to 15 years to pay it. But your payment might be higher. But their suggestion from the loan officers or realtors is that if you paid the capital, right? There is the interest and the capital, right? If you pay the capital monthly basis, it will reduce a lot of your debt. So that is another ways of helping, mortgage and other loan that you have. So you have to focus on your capital rather than your regular payment, right? So that will really help in reducing your debt or dealing with your debt, right? And in the United States, if you do not have a debt, if you don't have a loans or if you do not have anything payment, then you are not American. If you're
Yeah.
American, you live with a credit card.
Yeah.
You live with a credit card and you live with a loan.
Build credit, right?
So
You
you
gotta
are
build
building
credit.
on credit. Yeah. Like so, David, if you if you move to the United States, then you will learn how to have a debt and how to deal with your
Mm.
debt. Uh,
Mm.
so that is all about dealing with your debt, right? Parliament,
Yeah.
what do you think? You're still young and don't worry much about it. Your dad is the one dealing with it. The debt, right now.
No, actually, I did it. I did
You did
all.
it? Okay, so
Yeah,
it's on you, right? It's on
yeah,
you.
everything is on me.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So good son.
Yeah, I take responsibility for all the bills,
Okay,
pretty much.
right. Okay. So you will start dealing with those debt, right?
Mm.
So good, perfect match, perfect, timing for you to study about this personal finance. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect timing because when I bought a house, I did not even know much about how credit work and how debt dealing with debt, right? And little by little I learned, and then now we are in that kind of subject, and I have to explore many other ways, and I'm still dealing with so many things, right? So I like sustain in order to sustain even just an education center, I need to invest some, I need to get some loan for small business administration. During pandemic time, there is a loan with very low interest, and I have to get it. Have to get it with 1.75 interest rate.
Mm.
It was very low. So I have to get whatever they approve me to get it. So in that way, I have to, operate the way lesson education centers should be, right? And I invested some in different entities. That is another ways that I need to operate, right? I need to operate lesson education center. So when you have a business, right? When you have a business or when you have a ministry like this, you cannot simply depend on your annual income. You cannot depend on your monthly income. You have to uh, think out of box, right? Out of box and come up with your ministry.
Mm.
I know for church pastor like David and your wife, you depend on, you probably depended on your annual income from the church tithing and
Yeah.
offering, right? And then you
Yeah.
operate it for next year.
Yeah.
Our church do that the same, but in United States, whatever you earn for this whole year actually is your, GDP, kind of your annual income, that you know that you will be able to get that amount of money next year. And you came up with a budget with nothing, right? With faith. You plan for your budget, and then we hope and have faith that we'll get the same amount or more than that amount of money that you received last year. So that is how the church operates. And the same thing for nonprofit ministry, like we are hoping to have that amount of money, we plan ahead of time. That's called budgeting. So we plan for the whole year, this whole coming years. And based on this possible income that we are hoping to get in the following year, we have to plan ahead of time. So through that one, we paid all the payments and things like that. We plan for it, right? Budget plan for it, and we have to make sure we get that amount of money for this coming year. That's how it's operate for ministry and nonprofit. The same thing for business, I think. Small business like franchise. I think for sushi franchise, you 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 have that experience for the past years. You might earn 100,000, 100K, right? Last year, then you're hoping that 150K this year. So you plan for it, right? Plan for it. Probably you earn that 150 probably this year, or you may not. But depend on the income that you have, you start to deal with your debt. Like you plan ahead, you buy something at a time, and you plan for paying it, right? That's called debt dealing, right? Okay. So you get what the ideas is? I hope so, right?
We
Yeah.
we always try to get more, but
Yeah.
after we get after
Often,
we work every
often not
year,
true, right? Often not
yeah,
true.
because of the inflation go up, we get
Inflation,
lower,
right?
lower. Because for us it's not like a market.
Mm,
It's only a student. We only
uh,
sell for student.
yeah.
So
Oh, I
the
see. Right.
student only buy from us.
Yeah.
But if it's a market, it's different people that
Yeah.
buying it, no?
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
not the same thing as market. So we going down.
Yeah. Yeah. So the same thing for Bible college, right? This Bible college, no one really funds for lesson Bible college. So depending on the tuition's income and then operate based on the teacher's payment, right? So that's why all the teacher has to have their own job. They cannot rely on a full-time job here at Lesson Bible College. So most of us teach voluntarily. We cannot depend on the payment that Lesson Bible College pay, right? So this will be more on kind of volunteer work. So most of our professors are teaching as a side job, right? As a side job. Myself, my I am serving as senior pastors, and Destin Bible College is part of outreach ministry to reach out to our community and people around the world like this. But you only pay minimum payment. Like college, university charge a lot of money, right? But we just charge a minimum amount of money. In that way, everybody can come and study affordable, and then you still get a quality education. That's the purpose of it. So everyone's benefit out of it, right? We don't really depend on the money part. We we only like share, right? Whatever the student can share, and teacher also share their time and their skill to teach. Okay, so that's how it works for operating. ministry and Bible college, right? Oftentimes like this. So Kairos University came up with that idea too, because in the United States, one credit alone is 500 or 600. Some universities 1,000, and for a subject you have to pay 2 or 3,000, right? Like a big university, they have to pay a lot of tuition. They have to pay for a lot of tuition, but still the education that they got is still the same like us, right? Nothing really different. So, but there might be more demanding thing like that, but uh, that's how it's worked in the university here. So Philemon's was schooling at Trinity College, College of the Bible, right? Trinity Bible College, right? Trinity College, right? How much did you pay for a subject? I think it's quite a lot, right?
Yeah. I was helped by FASA, half
Mufasa,
of that.
right?
But for 2 years I still have to pay 10,000. It's
Yeah,
all in debt right now. I didn't pay
yeah.
yet.
So student loan in debt, you're still dealing with your
Yeah.
student debt, right? So with with Justin Bible College, you don't have to even spend 10,000. You spend less than that, and you still finish it at that university. That's the reason why I work closely with Kairos University. Kairos University had this kind of educational system that help for many who cannot afford or who don't have to rely on dealing, right? Student debt. So that is the main purpose of it. Whatever you have, you paid by monthly payment, like they call it subscription. We are using it subscription. That's why monthly payments, we set it up. So that is why you make a payment. That is part of dealing with your debt. You don't really deal with a huge amount of money, but you deal with what you afford to do, what you can pay, right? So that is another ways of understanding dealing with your debt. Okay, that's why I like Kairos University, and that's why we are keep on operating Lesson Bible College. Okay, right? So Lesson Bible College is not a big college. It's a small Bible college, but we are keep on running, right? We are keep on moving forward to help those who really eager to learn or study the Bible, the Word of God, from wherever they are. That is another way of doing that. Okay, sure. Okay, so we all get it, right? So let's move to chapter 4. Chapter 4 is reducing your spending. How will you reduce your spending? Just now today, I myself and my wife were shopping. We just come back from shopping. Shopping. And when we see something, we like to get it, we like to buy it. And if you spend money, okay, and I'm always thinking, okay, if we spend that much money, if we spend 100 money or $100 or $200, it will be almost half of your or almost 1 week of your pay, almost or almost 1 day of your pay, right? So okay, it's worth buying it or not. So have all we have to think, prioritize. Do I have to spend that much money today, or I have to spend that much money today? When we celebrate, we have a lot of birthday in our family. We are 8 of us in the family, so 8 times we have to celebrate birthday in a year. In order to celebrate one birthday in a restaurants, we have to spend a lot of money, at least not less than $200 for for restaurants treatment, right? At least we have to spend $200 to have one meal or one dinner. Instead of it, last week we talked about, okay, we bought it and cook it at home. It will cut off half of the price. But like in Dubai, it might not be that much big difference, right? In
Yeah.
Dubai, you still spend a lot of money still when you buy it. So it might not be the same like in Dubai and United States. But in the United States, for sure, going to restaurants, you spend more money. But if you cook at home, like our, traditional food, it will not cost that much. So so those are the way to think how to spend, how to reduce your spending. Prioritize. Let's go back to chapter 4, the key point introduction. Strategies for reducing spending to save more and achieve financial goal. Individual choices emphasize. So it just depend on individual choices. Okay. If you choose to buy a lot of clothes when you go to shop, and of course you have to spend more money, right? But if you think, okay, you have a lot of clothes at home, you don't really need to buy a lot of clothes this time, and you reduce and achieve your financial goal. So that is one thing. Key to successful spending, living within your means, maintain a budget aligned with financial goal, looking for the best values, assess lifetime costs rather than just sticker prices, awaiting brands, name products. Consider generic brands for better values, getting your money back, review return policies, and seeking refund when necessary. So, the brands that I like, you might also like the brands, right? Let's ask for Philemon. He's still the youngest. What brand do you like for your clothes?
I don't know. I just
You don't
wear
know.
everything.
Hmm.
I don't buy like clothes. I just wear everything that I
Right.
have.
So how about David? What brands do you usually wear for your clothes,
Uh,
for your pen, for your shoes?
Normally we bought like H&M,
H&M.
sometimes like
Okay.
American Eagle.
Oh,
This is
American Eagle.
like
You
for
like
the
it?
middle class.
Oh,
But we like other than, but we cannot afford it, right? So
yeah.
yes, this is for the we normally we choose for the middle class.
Okay. Right. So Peter, he was showing his brand. uh,
It
Yukuba.
depends. Politically, con with me,
Yeah.
but also, it depends. Like, usually, I buy in different area, but
Mm-hmm.
and if I like the shirt I pick, I don't mind any brand.
Brands. Okay. Yeah. Some are very good fit for us to wear. Some brands are really fit for us to wear, right? I like for my shoes, my clothes, my coat, my shoes, right? My coat and like I usually prefer to have kind of which fit for me to wear, and I love it. That kind of thing.
But
What
you know, there
Lapai?
is
Lapai,
that
what's your brands?
It's me.
Yeah, for your suite.
I would choose
Oh,
any kind of brand. I can
you
I
don't
have yeah.
you don't really
Everything
have
I
a brand.
yeah.
That's-
But I like more soft
so-
t-shirt. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Mm. So at first, I was not thinking that much about brands.
Yeah.
Things
Me too.
when I was shopping to like who have like suite for your coat and then pen like this, it well suit for me is Express Express brand. Express
Uh,
brand is my favorite one.
uh,
I'm wearing it, and whenever whoever is buying for me, they bought it for me. I
uh,
also shopping at the Express brand, and it's like slim kind of street, so I like it. So I bought it, but it's expensive, expensive to buy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then like okay, like I love hoodie, right? This is Tommy Hilfer, like
Yeah,
Hil-
that very
uh
expensive. Here we cannot buy.
okay. That is the brands that I like.
Yeah.
So I wear it, and I even had a pant, you know, I even pant and a hoodie, and then thing like that. So I did not unknowingly I bought a lot, bought a lot
Ah,
of it, bought a lot of it, and then today I wear it for my pants, his hellfires, and my hoodies, you know, thing like that. Okay, so some some brands are really, comfortable to wear, and you like it, right? So,
yeah.
and you might have a kind of a shoes brand and thing like that, right? So I am,
You know,
yeah,
um, what I choose is
yeah,
in Australia, in my area, I play sports like Shillong sport every weekend. So my friends are buying Shillong Panheshi, the chicken sheet every Bama like
okay.
$35.
Hmm.
I use like 7 months only, but rather than I use Adidas.
Hmm.
Adidas is like I can use 3 years. Very expensive, like maybe not very expensive, maybe 150, 170, but I can use it at least 3 years. So it's
Okay.
really
It
good.
lasts for
So I
3 years.
choose Adidas.
It lasts for 3 years. Okay. So if you buy or if you bought like expensive ones, wherever you go, you feel good,
Yeah.
right? You feel good about it, and it lasts a long time too. If you
Yeah.
bought like a Chinese make make in China, it will only last a year. And if you bought a good brand and it will last longer, then you save a lot of money. The main reason that I'm saying it is when you buy a brand doesn't uh really, decreasing or increasing your budget, but spending. Your spending, it can help your spending. But because good brands have quality too. So in order to have a good brand and you feel like wearing comfortable and the in the public when you go, it's really good for you as well. You keep your high standard, right? You still keep your high standard, and you still reducing your spending. You don't have to have a lot, right? Instead of a lot of clothes, you have good brands. Just have a few of them, and then wear it. And in that way, you can reduce your spending too. That's one possibility, right? I'm just saying, is one possibility. So thinking of it, assess license cost rather than just sticker prices. Sometimes we are thinking a lot of prices and the cost of it, right? But awaiting brands name products, consider generic brands for better values. Sometime awaiting we await brands name products, but that those are possible. Getting your money back, review return. Like my son said, my son's really like a good brands, and he doesn't want to buy a lot. And whatever he bought, he can even resell it with very high price, high cost, by high price. Like one time he bought shoes, and why you spend that much money? I told him, and he said not to wear all the time. In a few months from now, the cost will, rise up, and if I sell it, I will get two or triple money of it. And Okay, it's really give me an ideas, an ideas. Okay, the 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 brands never lose of the price, right? Never lose of the price, and you can even resell it. Resell it. That was he
So
said.
that's one thing we can reduce spending.
Mm,
So in white people, they whatever they buy, they keep the safe and the box, everything. So they sell it again after 5 years. Like
mm,
they almost they still like 70%. It's I never think that way, but I learn from them. So this is
mm,
in Facebook. So
yeah.
whatever we buy, we have to protect it, look
Mm-hmm.
after it, so we can sell it again. We're
Mm-hmm.
not just
Mm, yeah. I think the signal's not very good. We cannot hear him well, right? Okay. So how to reduce your spending? That is the ideas. Getting your money back, review return policies, seek refund when necessary. So you always look at it. Some shopping, like when you bought something, some are not returnable. Some are returnable, and think of those kind of policy all the time. In case you don't like it, and you have to return it. So make sure before you buy it, make sure you read the policy, return policies, and seek refund when necessary. Okay. Evaluating and reducing expenses. Budgeting, set saving goals, and analyzing spending. So saving goals is important, and analyzing spending. So for this month, let's say you're shopping, like you are, of course, you have to shop for your grocery, your food for sure. And sometime if you shopping with your children, they would like to buy everything, right? The- and you are in the budget, into the budget of buying food, and make sure everyone get what they want, but make sure stay in the budget. This is another ways of reducing it. Buy whatever you want is not the way, right? So okay, children's, wife, husbands, okay, old or young, whatever they need or want, list them. And but it has to be in the budget limit. In that way, you can keep your spending. We know what your utilities spending, and what your insurance spending, what your phone spending, what your internet spending, and your gasoline spending, right? So your okay, so father, mothers, we have to know that. And within that limit, we spend money. So that is one thing. But if you do not careful about it, if you spend more than that, and your spendings is increasing. So in order to reduce your spending, you have to make sure the spending or your budget limit, you know. In that way, it will help you a lot. One time I have a training of how to budget your money with whatever you have. Some people earn a lot of money, but they never have enough money. That is not right. It's not right. Of course, we cannot simply not buying food and things like that. Of course, we have to buy food. We have to pay for it, all the bill that you need to pay. But it has to have a kind of based on your income. Uh, your income might be in the very beginning of the day. I ask you, or I think the second last week, I think I asked you to spend $100. And with $100, you have to plan your spending amount is $100. Your income probably be 200, and you are going to spend $100. And you have to, make sure you have to spend within that limit. That is a way to reduce your spending. So for me, I travel a lot, right? I travel a lot. Within the country, outside of the country, I travel a lot within the year time. So my travel allowance, I have to plan, I have to budget for the whole year. I cannot spend more than that. I can reduce it for my spending. And I have to prioritize what to do, what not to do, right? So it is in my own decision. So what to do, what not to do, what to travel, what not to travel. A lot of things can be done like this, a meeting on Zoom, and some has to be in person. So like a graduation in Malaysia, graduation in Myanmar. Okay, I have to attend those kind of graduation, so I have to plan for those kind of graduation. But the rest of the meeting, I can finish like this in a Zoom on a Zoom meeting like this. Okay, so in that way, your spending can be cut or reduced. Let's say in church activities. In the church activities, let's say a prayer meeting. A prayer meetings before pandemic, we always meet at the church, right? The church is only giving me my gasoline or my travel allowance within $200 per month. Okay, very small amount of money to spend, right? Okay, in order to, reduce my spending, okay, why don't we do our prayer meetings on Zoom? Then I can reduce my spending, right? Uh, so let's say home visit. Let's say home visit. Home visit, okay, if I visit every house, there are almost 30 plus houses that I need to visit for a church, not a big church, but we have about 150 members, and it's about 30 plus, almost 40 houses to visit. And in order to visit all the houses, I have to spend more than that. The church is only giving me $200 to spend for a month. How can I have enough money, right, to spend for my gasoline? Right? 1 week alone, you spend more than almost 100 already. Right? 100 already nowadays, right? A week, you spend more than $100. How can you have enough money? So I have to reduce my spending. So in order to do that, I have to plan strategy. You have to plan. Okay, I asked the congregation, if you need my visit, make appointment. I will come. Otherwise, anything can be done by phone. I'll do it, right? And if anyone have a counseling time, we can have it on face, like Zoom FaceTime, right? I don't have to visit. It's more safer, right? You save your gasoline money, and also you save your kind of safety, you know. So you don't have to go around and on the road. You don't have to. You save time. You reduce spending for your gasoline. You know. Okay, this is another way of doing that. So that's always a strategy that you have to reduce your spending. Okay. Set set saving goals and align spending. Eliminating its excess. Cut non-essential spending significantly. That is what I am saying. Non-essential. Sometimes people would like us, a pastor or ministers, to visit or attend several occasions. Let's say wedding. a lot of wedding you can visit and go there and be participate, right? But you have to pay it. You at least you cannot bring it without bringing a gift. It's impossible to attend wedding if you are not really. It is not really essential. Like I told them that okay, I cannot participate all the events. If you ask me to pray or if you ask me to officiate that occasion, I will not, right? So you save money, right? You don't have to spend the gift. You don't have to spend your gasoline. So you reduce non-essential. That's important. Um, so that is something that you can, decide. And then food cost, eating more, avoid takeout, and shop efficiently. That we already talked about it. Okay. Housing and rental. Consider cheaper living or roommate for cost sharing. So it's not true for me, for all of us. We have to have house, right? We have to have house. So it's not really true. But housing, okay, there are different locations that we can have a housing. Let's say every city has more expensive area and cheaper area of living. Of course, you still have to consider safety, right? So those are the things that we have to consider. Okay, Philemon, your housing, your new house, what kind of areas is that?
Community.
Communities
Yeah.
is kind of like safety neighborhood or
Yeah, safety.
safety neighborhood.
Yeah, in we our town is very small. It's just for college. So
I'll just for
town
college.
is only like white people. We never see
Okay,
crime yet.
okay, that's good.
Very safe.
That's good because
Yeah.
sometimes you think of your living costs
Mm,
and you bought a house in the not safety neighborhood, even though it's reducing your spending, right? It's not good,
yeah.
right? So I think most of our people think that way too. But some don't really think. Um, as long as it's a good house, spending less money, and they live there. But the end is not really good for them. So this is another way of thinking. Okay. And sometimes we live in very rich area or very expensive area and our income is very minimum. That's not really good too. So you spend more than what you are supposed to spend because you do not earn that much. If you're
Mm,
not earned that much, then your spending is more than what you earn, and you will be in trouble in the future. So that is another thing to do that. Okay. So it's always been a life skill, life skill things you have to think. We have to think about it. And transportation. Use public transportation, carpool, reduce car ownership. In the past, whenever I travel, I rent a rental car a lot. I think I live in the United States for about 18 years now. And the first, I think almost 15 years, whenever I travel, I have a rental car. When you have a rental car, the problem is you have to pay for insurance and you have to pay for your gasoline and you have to drive for yourself. And you spend a lot of money. But for the past 5 years, almost within 5 years' time, whenever I travel, I do not have rental car anymore. I use Uber, Lyft, you know. You only have to pay what they charge to you. You don't have to pay additional like insurance, gasoline, and you peacefully arrive there wherever your destination is. Right? And you save a lot of money. You reduce a lot of spending, you know. And the Lyft and Uber, they still happy about it because they earn money out of it. But everybody happy, right? Everybody happy. You don't have to spend a lot of money, right? Yeah. So that is another way. Public transportation might be helpful. Like if you are in Dubai, there's a, Skyway MRT running,
Yeah,
uh,
metro.
the metro from the very beginning to the ends.
Yeah.
I rode with my wife several times, one, two, three times for visiting, for looking at it,
Save more money.
sightseeing, sightseeing. You only pay one time.
Yeah.
You only pay one time, you get the whole city with MRT, MRT. So I can even, travel by myself. You don't have to pay a lot of money. So that's how you reduce your spending.
Mhm.
If I get a like taxi, I will have to pay a lot of money. I will not get won't be able to get anywhere that I like to go, right? So when I ride from the airport, riding the MRT, and then go to the mall, and I stop by, and then I bought for one whole day's ticket, right? One whole day ticket, and then you know take it off from station, visit, and come back and ride back to wherever I want to go. So that help, right? But in the United States, it might not true. We don't have we have public transportation, but it's the bus might not really get you on time. The train probably be subway train will be helpful, and public transportations like in New York City, Chicago, Los Angeles, and some big city. That's good. I always do that. But in smaller city, they don't have transportation like that. So that's very difficult. I think Columbia and South Carolina, you have train? No, you don't really have it, right? Downtown, you
No,
don't have.
no.
Yeah. In Washington D.C., we do have.
Bus, have a bus, but 45 minutes we
Yeah.
have to wait.
Yeah. It's not helping you to get on time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
Yeah, that's
helping.
why a lot.
Yeah. So like in DC, I live in the northern part of Washington DC. I live in Maryland, but close by my house there is MRT, um train station, so I can drive to the train station and bought a ticket and then drive to Washington DC downtown Union Station. We can go there, and from there we can even go to New York and different places. So it's convenient to live there. Okay, so in that way you reduce a lot of spending, right? You don't have to pay for parking fees, gasolines, and don't have to worry about missing of your appointment, right? Okay. Uh, I lecture a lot, right? So I will continue doing that. Controlling other costs, entertainment, seek low cost opinions, and avoid luxuries. Give opt for homemade experience. Shall give instead of expensive item. Insurance, regular reviews for unnecessary coverage, use higher deductible, taxes, employee retirement plan, and other strategies to minimize taxes. So insurance is something that everybody has to have it for car, especially car insurance and life insurance, insurance for everything. You have to pay it out. So those are the things that we can reduce your costs, controlling other costs, right? And addressing addictions and habit, reducing costs related to addiction and costs and habit like smoking, drinking, gambling. Those are additional expenses. You don't have to spend for it. You don't have to spend for it. Smoking, what's the use of it? What's the benefit of it? Nothing. Drinking, no, it's not really helping for your health or your everything, it's not really helping. Why you spend that money? Smoking, why you have to spend money?
Mhm.
But a lot of people spend money.
Mm.
It's not really helpful for your own good, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? Any one of you smoking? No?
When I'm young, I do.
I'm just testing.
Just yeah,
I'm just testing.
I do. And
No?
whiskey. I
Mhm.
do everything.
You did everything.
Yeah, I did. I did everything.
Okay, not now, right?
Everything, yeah.
Not now, right? Not now? You still
No,
do
no more. No more now.
that? Yeah. No good of it. No
Yeah,
help to it at all for your own good. How
yeah.
about David? You did it before?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
for
did
everything.
for
Yeah,
everything. Okay.
yeah.
Did those smoking, drinking really help?
Some like sometime.
Sometimes. What
Uh,
kind of help do
w-
you get
uh,
out of it?
like when you smoking and when you thinking about something,
Uh-huh.
even though when you drink a coffee or if you drink alcohol
Uh-huh.
with cigarettes, yeah, this
Okay.
very
Okay. How about Parliament? Do you have any?
No,
No?
I don't do those.
Yeah. Peter.
Try. It's
Yeah.
very good.
I did already.
You did already. But you don't really learn. Those are very good for your own good, right?
Yeah, I mean, I tried it. I tried it. I also tried drinking and stuff, but
No good.
it don't taste good.
That's okay. Yeah. So oftentimes those who are smoking and drinking and gambling, right? Gambling is addiction, and drinking is also addiction, and smoking is addiction or a habit. So if you are not drinking and smoking and gambling, you don't have to spend a lot of money for it. So it will reduce your spending. Gambling, usually you don't really win anyway. Sometimes you won, right? But most of the time you lose. You lose. And those can help you reduce your spending if you are not doing gambling and smoking. You have not smoking and then drinking, then it will reduce your spending money. You will save a lot of money. Okay. Simply take put this way. Okay. Okay. So chapter 4 and it's jumped to chapter 6. I don't know where is chapter 5 going. Okay, what do you think? These are the things that I would like to share with you this evening. And looking back to our lesson this evening, chapter 3 and chapter 4. First thing is you are dealing with your debt. And chapter 4, you are dealing with your like reducing your spending. It will help you a lot, your personal finance. Any discussion? No? No discussion? It's clear? If it's clear, then Jesus said, do likewise. Do likewise. If there's no discussion, do likewise. Okay, learn from the skill, life skill. Those life skills are necessary for everybody. I noticed that some people work overtime, work a lot, but they never had enough money. The main reason, they have to have personal finance. Because of unnecessary spending, it will, you know, it will harm your personal finance. Like Yao Zhang, you have been a truck driver, and you might earn a lot of money. And how do you manage your finance during that time? If you want to change something, what will you change by managing your personal finance during that time?
Even when I drive trucks, I have a lot of money, but it's if I have money, but I don't know how to
Manage
finish.
your finance.
Oh yeah, all
Your
gone.
expense.
It's the same. It seems same right now. It also same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever
Yeah.
you
Now
earn, you
it's
spend,
I can
right?
save money. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you earn, you spend.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Before I
Oftentimes,
can save money. Yeah.
oftentimes we begins in our lesson 1 and 2. We talk about how to invest or how to plan for retirement,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And how to save money, right?
Mhm.
For spending and earning. Your earning and spending. The first thing is earning, your income, and your expenses. Those are the two things that you have to balance, right? Oftentimes, rich people, they earn and spend them all.
Mm.
But when we reach to chapter 3 and 4, okay, how will you deal with your debt, right? And how will you reduce your spending? That is important. The first thing, your income, your spending, okay, and how you plan for retirement. That will really help when you spend your money. Does it really necessary to spend or not? We have to ask the question, right?
Yeah.
And oftentimes, rich people, right? Rich people have less spending. They have a hard time spending.
Yeah.
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 The richer you are, you have a hard time spending. They
They
want to
can
save.
control
Yeah.
that. They can
They
control money.
control their
Mm.
money, and they prioritize what to spend, what not to spend,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And those people getting richer and richer because the spending is less, earning is more.
Yeah.
The more you earn and the less you spend, you will save a lot of money
Yeah.
or invest it, investment or retirement plan or other thing. So it will multiply itself, and it will increase itself by like money make money, right?
Mhm.
And then just the thing that I learned from, I think I read this book and I learned one thing sometimes, like the people, including us, we are looking for to get more money, more salary, but we are
Uh-huh.
not thinking about how to control the spend and
Yeah.
how to control the cost. No matter how get your more money, if you don't know how to spend that money, it's not helpful.
Yeah.
That is
Mm.
the beautiful thing that I learned from here.
Oh,
Yeah.
No matter how you go, if you don't know how to spend your money, it's will go.
yeah.
But even though you have less salary, also you know how to spend it, you know how to use it, you use the correct
Yeah,
way.
that's true. Yeah.
It can be more helpful.
Yeah. Yeah. It will forfeit. Forfeit.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. After I have accident, I can control. Because before I can control, but like every week, every day shopping or
Yeah.
buy something.
Whatever
So
your
I can
wife
save
wants,
money.
whatever your wife wants, whatever your children want, you
Yeah,
bought it
yeah,
for them,
that, yeah, yeah. That's true. That's why.
It's very easy to spend, right? Hard to
Yeah,
earn. Hard to earn.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I can save money. Sometimes overdrive.
Oh, you overtime, a lot of overtime, right?
Yeah, sometimes my bank is uh, payments looking account is overdrive. What? No more money?
Overdrawn, right? Overtime.
Overdrive.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the skill. That's the
Yeah.
skill, life skill. It's a life skill. And everyone should know that. If everyone should not know, especially father and mother, mom and dad, if they don't really know how to control, how to spend, how to manage their personal finance, they have a lot of problem.
Mm.
I do not earn a lot of money myself, but I always have enough money. The main reason is if you don't spend, those are not necessary. Those are not unnecessary thing. Then you save a lot of money out of it. But you have to spend what is important, right? Sometimes some parents, father or mother, they don't want to spend the money at all, even though that is very important to buy something and they don't even want to buy it. That's not the way to control your spending. You have to spend what is important, what is necessary, the necessity thing, you have to do that. That is where your money will become a values, right? But sometimes some are not really necessary, right?
Yeah.
It's not a necessity and it will not really give you a benefit out of it. And that's the time you really have to know how to manage and reduce spending. Mm. So I think that will be our lesson for today. And if you have other things to discuss, we can talk about it. And I recorded it so other students who missed for this evening session, they can watch it over again. They can watch the video clip. I will post it. Okay. Right. So how's other classes going? How the critical thinking is going with Dr. Jeffrey? Have you have a privilege to have a class with him?
Yeah. We don't have assignment yet, so we
Okay.
just listen to the
Yeah.
his
From
teaching.
Jeffrey,
Yeah.
uh, we don't have yet.
Mm. So I will not give a lot of assignment too, but there are lessons that we have to discuss and go up to them. And then we'll do the project at the end, okay? So everyone will prepare for your financial planning, financial planning. at the end of the five semesters. But I will let you begin from the middle of the five semesters. Let's say the end of June, you will start working as a group or individual, right? Whatever worked. But in July, I think for June first week, let's say June first, June 1st, June the 8th, we will not have class because I will attend the Southern Baptist Convention annual meeting on the 8th. So we will not have class. And yeah, for the rest, we will have, yeah, one, one day, that will be the only day that will not have a class on June 8th, okay? But I will remind you for it. Okay, thank you for your time, and let's think of, how to how to deal with your debt and how to spend your or reducing your spending. Okay, right? Okay. If you don't have any questions, we'll stop here for today. Okay.